everybody, Carol from Carol's Vintage Treasures, and I have a what sold video today. I am recording this on Labor Day, so I hope you all had a nice and safe Labor Day with your family, did lots of fun things with them, and ate lots of hot dogs and hamburgers and had a blast. But you'll be seeing this the next day. Okay, on to the sales. I had a total of 12 sales, so things are picking back up, which is good. I had 1 on Poshmark and 11 on Etsy. And that was August 25th through September 1st. Those sales happened. I'll go ahead and show you what I sold. First, I'll do Poshmark. I sold these Tommy Bahama beige thong sandals, flip-flops. They sold for $20. That was good. They didn't have a size on them, so I measured them, and then I Googled what size is this measurement, and it told me it was a size 9. So hopefully that's correct. I tried them on my feet because I'm a size 9 and they fit, so hopefully that goes smoothly. Okay, next thing were these earrings. They're very beautiful. I've had these for a really long time. And Holly's drinking her water. She always does this. These I've had for a really long time. I think I got them in a Goodwill bulk auction of some sort. And they were pierced. And they're really pretty. Kind of a coral color. They sold for $15.99. They didn't have any kind of a mark on them, but they reminded me of those old 70s earrings that people used to wear. So I thought they were beautiful. But $15.99 is pretty good. I just kept reducing the price till they sold, so that worked out good. Next thing I sold was this, I think it's like a trinket box. Oh, and I've moved on to Etsy in case I didn't say that. Sometimes I do that. But this I picked up at a Goodwill. I sold it for $15.99. I don't think I made a whole lot of profit on it because they had it priced pretty high. But I went ahead and picked it up, and it sold for $15.99. Just a little trinket box. It'd be nice to put things in if you're giving somebody a gift of jewelry or whatever. Okay, next thing that sold was this paperweight. I just picked this up at a Goodwill one day. It sold for $10.99. It didn't have any kind of a marking on it. It was really pretty. It was black inside, and it was kind of like, I listed it as a teardrop paperweight, black art glass. So it was very pretty. And for $15.99, there were no markings on it, no kind of way to tell where it came from. But I don't think it was a very expensive one, just by the looks of it. It did have some bubbling inside. Bilicante, they call it, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'm never saying things right. But I thought it was very nice. And I have had that for a long time. So I'm glad to see some of the older things selling. This is a Leah Sophia necklace. And I got this in a Goodwill auction. I sold it for $18.99. And I'm sorry if I'm talking funny. I'm having problems with my jaw. With the vertigo and everything, I've been going to physical therapy, and he's been moving my head in weird ways to try to get everything to settle and clear out. And I don't know. It feels like my jaw is not in place. It's not a tooth pain. It's more like my jaw. So if I'm talking funny, that's why. And I will try to do my best and power on. But this necklace was very pretty. It sold for $18.99, and it was an 19-inch adjustable necklace. I thought it was very beautiful. Next thing I sold were these glasses. I found these at a Goodwill. I thought they were really pretty. I love the color and everything. Um, I did an image search and they turned out to be Anchor Hawking tartan rocks glasses. Try to say that with a weirded out jaw. But they sold for $44.99, which is great. I'm just gonna have to be careful shipping those out. I usually make a box, make like a little divider in the box, and then I wrap it in bubble wrap and newspaper, so they're really well cushioned. And let's see, next I sold. Oh, we already got that one. What am I doing? There we go. I sold a telephone. This was a Bell Systems Western Electric push button phone. It didn't have cables or anything with it. I just sold it as is. I was not able to test it. I don't have a phone line in my apartment, but if there's ever a problem, I would be okay with them sending it back. But I did put in there it was untested with no phone cables, with light wear. It did have a little bit of scratching on it. But telephones sell pretty well for me. If I'm able to find them for a good price, I pick them up. And people still use them. And sometimes I've had people buy things from me that are for movie studios. So sometimes they'll need something from a certain era and they'll need a phone or something like that in the scene. So that's happened a few times. Next thing that sold was this big book of Bernstein Bears. It sold for $7.99. It was a storybook, hardcover storybook, and it was from 1995. Had a lot of different stories in there. I love all the illustrations. I just love children's books. I love selling them. It brings me joy. So if I don't make a lot from it, I don't care. But I'm helping people find their childhood again. Makes me feel kind of good about that. Okay, and here's another children's book I sold. It was The Foolish Tortoise by Eric Carle, and it was a Kohl's Cares book. So it was a 2010 printing, but it is an older book. So it was actually written in 1985, I think. So I went ahead and listed it, and I didn't have any problems. If Etsy has a problem with one of your listings, they will take it down, and they will let you know about it. I did have a ripped out back page too, which I notated. So that was $10.99. That was pretty good. I bought a whole baggie of buttons at a Goodwill one time, and I think this is the first of them to sell. It was a Eat at Ed's button from Ed DeVevic's restaurant, and it sold for $17.99. I haven't sold a lot of pins, so it's something I want to probably look into and do more. This is the weirdest thing. It is the bottom to a fairy light. That's what I found out with my research. And I had a lady contact me and say she was in Florida and she was complaining about the shipping being so high. And I usually add a little bit to my shipping to compensate for the box and the bubble wrap and the paper and everything. So I told her, I can't really do anything about it being shipping prices are high right now and you're far away from me, is basically what I told her. But I can come down in the shipping weight a little bit, which I did. And then after I did that, she said, shipping's still kind of high. Can you come down on the price of it? Can you make it $8.99? I'm like, no, it's $17.99. That's a good price. I'm not going to sell it for that. And then she came back again with $10.99. I said, I'm sorry, I just can't do that. And then shortly after that, someone bought it at full price for $17.99, which is very weird. I thought she was actually emailing me with different names to try to get the price down. And the person that bought this had a different name too, but they were in a different city, different state. So I don't know. It's just weird. Okay, I sold another set of the McDonald's toys. These are Madame Alexander figures from, I didn't put what year they were from. There goes my air conditioner that's constantly running. I'm sorry about that. It's hot here. They were from 2008. But being that they were older figures, I went ahead and listed them. Sometimes you can get away with that, sometimes you can't. I took a chance in it. I sold these for $29.99. It was a set of 5. 3 of them were packaged, 2 of them were not. And anyway, I thought it was a pretty cool set. I just lotted all the like sets together. Like I had an Alice in Wonderland set that sold. This is the Wizard of Oz that sold. Just a lot of different ones. But I think I've already made my money back on them, so that's pretty good. And those are my sales for the week. I think they were pretty good. I'm gonna keep plugging along. I have a haul coming up for you next. If you can just stay right there, I will be over on the couch and we will see what I bought from Goodwill. Hi everybody, I have a haul here for you. I went over to Goodwill and got a few things I thought you might like to see. And let's see here. I got a messy house today. Just got a few things, not too much. I got this. This is an old Kmart. It's got an old Kmart sticker on it. It's a turkey napkin holder. I paid $3.49, and our Goodwills here in Arizona do not get discounts on holiday items, so did not get a discount on this, but $3.49. I might be able to get a good amount for that. We'll see. But it's pretty cool. It would look good on your table for Thanksgiving. I found this little girl. Does anybody know who this is? I think this is Arthur's little sister. I don't know. I've sold her before, so here she is again. And I will put her up in my Etsy shop. I paid $3.49 for her. Did have a coupon, so this stuff that was not holiday I got 20% off of. I got Green Eggs and Ham by Dr. Seuss. This was 99 cents. I could not not get it. But it's got all the pretty illustrations in it. It's in good condition. I don't see any ripped pages or crayon marks. So I went ahead and picked it up. My daughter Samantha used to love this book because we called her Sam. And I would always say to her, Sam, I am. But, yeah, it brings back a lot of good memories for me. We read this book many, many, many times. Copyright 1960. You have to look for the latest date, though. I guess it's 1988. Very good book, though. I found this. I'm not sure what it is. Let's take the tape off together and find out. It's wood. It's got some pretty carvings or markings in it. It was $4.49. I thought that was really nice looking. It's like a little container of some sort. So I'll have to look it up and see what I can find out about that, but it's very pretty, and once you shine it up it'll be even prettier. So I usually use that conditioner on my wood items, and it brings out the beauty, brings it back to life. But that was nice, and that was $4.49. Another book, I got The Littlest Angel. This was 99 cents. It's a very sad story, but a beautiful book. Look at these illustrations. Aren't those awesome? I think it's probably from the 90s. Every time I guess, I'm wrong. 1946. Looking for the latest date. It's hidden in here somewhere. It's most likely from the 90s or early 2000s. Wait. Yeah, I'll have to look harder for it later on. But really beautiful pictures. It is the hardcover one, so that should do pretty well. I found these little plaques. I didn't find too much. These are like sand, some kind of a sand. But those were nice. And they've got a little story on the back. Oh. I got two of these. They were $2.49 each. One is a little scratched. Something Boy of the Sun. Puller? I'll have to try to figure that out. But it's got a story on the back about it. Most likely, maybe Navajo art, I don't know. But I thought it was very pretty, and we'll see what we can find out. It does have an inscription on the back and a little story. And this one was there too. This one has a little bit of scratching there. I don't know. I have no idea. And it does have writing on the back. This could have been in a child's room or something, because it looks like a, I don't know what that says. Maybe someone's name. But we'll figure them out. I'll do a little Google search. But they were very pretty. Native American prints, or I think there's some kind of a sand print, sand art of some sort. But last thing I got a record album. It was who was it? I see Sting. I think I see Sting. I got this a while ago. I don't know. It says Slash. The Blaster's Hard Line. I guess that's not Sting then. I don't know why I got this. I think I did a Google search on it at the store and it looked good. So I went ahead and got it. But it was $4.49. I'll do some more research on it and see what I can find out. But just got a few things. Not picking up too much lately. I've got a lot of inventory. I'm creeping up on 1,300 items in my Etsy shop. So I'm trying to move things out and just trying to move things along. But I did get a few things to show you here. Hopefully you liked the haul. If you did, let me know in the comments down below. And that's really all I have for today. Holly's down here sleeping at my feet. I don't think she's going to come up here. She's like, heck no, Mom, I'm comfortable. So, you know, she does what she wants when she wants. That's just the way she is. So, that is it for today. And that's the way it should be because she's a little princess dog. Or a big princess dog. She's 80 pounds, so I can't very well call her little. But she's an angel, that's for sure. Okay, that's it for today. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're out looking for treasure, I hope you find everything you're looking for. And I will see you in the next one. Take care.